I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities.
This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity, to put it in context. This is not, something that's a small tweak of the global trading system. This is about a fundamental transformation of the way we trade. What this allows us to do is just to bring the trading system into the 21st century. That's really what we're talking about. But there is a lot of education to do here, a lot of assurance to make as well, that this is not as scary as you think.
SEC has won every capital raising case, including the Ripple case. The judge, I believe, found that the issuance...
Bitcoin needs the industry to survive. It sure as hell needs the exchanges and all the other infrastructure because it's not self-sufficient in that dimension. But the industry doesn't need Bitcoin anymore to survive. It's nice to have a digital asset like Bitcoin that has that reputation and it's digital gold. But remember, at the end of the day, it's a token with a deflationary monetary policy. And so at any given moment, another digital gold can form. And if it has good science behind it, it'll be just as secure, if not more so.
You would have been looking at return on your investment at around $500,000, $1,000 investment at 0.006.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest. We got smoke rings and grill marks in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, smashing them likey, stuffing some bags. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades, because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed. Full throttle. Into the cryptoverse. We got some cryptocurrencies on fire this morning. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.72 trillion. We got XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 67 cents. Stellar right around 13.5 cents, up 3%. We got BTC right underneath 44K. ETH right around 2,356. We got XDC in the number 82 spot, right above a nickel. Flare Networks on fire, up to 2 cents, right around 31% in the past 24 hours. Songbird above a penny, 18.6% in the past 24. We got one from 801 XRP to kick things off. He says, "Fam, they tell us in the movies first. I'm watching this right now that they think it's a blackout. Internet, TV, and phones are out. Internet is in and out for seconds and says cyber attack. Pretty crazy. This is not a test." We got the Black Swan capitalist. BlackRock just shared some serious intel. If you're in the know on tokenization and DLT, the real game changers and shift. If the RippleNet is the backbone for the seamless, scalable, and interoperable system, then the Bitcoin ETF will have to lay on that very foundation. XRP.
This technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem. This technology.
If the old system goes offline, get ready for the new one to come online. Welcome to the Internet of Value, XRP. We got Mr. Man XRP. We're living through a once-in-a-generational opportunity. To put this into context, know what you hold and know why they wanted you out.
And the truth is that the trade system is not broken. It's just very inefficient and very antiquated. But it kind of works, albeit it's slow and it's very inefficient. And so I think there is a natural tendency to always revert back to what you know. What we've now got to try and do is try and educate the market to say, actually, we don't need to do that anymore. We can do this so much quicker, so much faster, and so much simpler than we've ever done before. This is a once in a generation opportunity, to put it in context. This is not, something that's a small tweak of the global trading system. This is about a fundamental transformation of the way we trade. And it should be no surprise that we're all focused on the digital environment, because that's the next 100 years. So that system that we designed together 200 years ago is no longer really functional, because we've all moved into a new technological environment where solutions are so much quicker and faster. And there's no better example of that than the one I gave earlier on. When you can transact in 2 hours rather than, faffing around with documents in aeroplanes and postal systems and waiting and cross-checking, why would you do that? And all the risks that are associated with that, whether fraud or delays or disruption, when actually you can do all of it securely, all of it instantly, all of it in real time. To anyone under the age of 40, none of this makes any sense, by the way, just to put it in context. That's another issue, is that many of those making decisions are, over 40, let's put it, and I'm one of those, by the way. It's a generational issue. In parts of the world like Africa, they're already transacting and have been for some time on mobile phones. They're using WhatsApp. They're using much more mobile friendly, faster, much more modern ways of trading by just being more pragmatic and having the systems in place. What this allows us to do is just to bring the trading system into the 21st century. That's really what we're talking about. But there is a lot of education to do here, a lot of assurance to make as well, that this is not as scary as you think.
The new system is here. 2024, will that be the year the new system goes online? This is a once-in-a-lifetime generational opportunity to transformation of all value. Welcome to the digital asset age, the utility age. We got one from XRP drops, SEC surprise move. The new crypto asset section hints at a regulatory shift. We got crypto assets. The SEC website got a makeover recently, adding a new section called crypto assets. Could this mean that we're leaning towards seeing them as assets rather than securities? After all, this crucial distinction holds immense importance in a regulatory oversight and legal categorization. Meanwhile, we got Pay Me and XRP walking past all the Flare Network haters, busters, and XRP airdrop crybabies like this. Shout out to those who held on strong. Flare Network's on fire, pumping past 2 cents. Next drop, few days away. Flare Network's currently up 30%, right around 2 cents. We got one from the digital asset investor. All of a sudden, Jay Clayton can weigh in on the Ripple victory and spins it as a partial loss on appeal. There's no humility when there is no accountability. Drain the swamp, free the standard, get those jumpsuits ready.
SEC has won every capital raising case, including the Ripple case. The judge, I believe, found that the issuance, in the initial issuance, was in fact a securities transaction during the capital raising case. The question in the Ripple case that I believe the SEC did not win was on the secondary trading, was that a securities transaction or not? There are other cases with similar facts where the SEC has won that. We will see how that plays out. But that goes to my point about secondary trading and Tim's point about secondary trading and the need to establish rules of the road, whether it's a security or a commodity, but that people are trading with the expectation of a financial return. And to go back to Dave's question, I think the SEC's record on cases decided is 95 and 1's up on appeal. I'd say that's pretty good.
XRP got the victory, not a security. Know what you hold. Jay Clayton, you still there? I want from Bitcoin News. Cardano CEO says, I don't see how Bitcoin survives. It's a religion, not an ecosystem. Hash rate will fall and it'll die slow. Heat death, can't scale, no use case. Know what you hold.
Bitcoin needs the industry to survive. It sure as hell needs the exchanges and all the other infrastructure because it's not self-sufficient in that dimension. But the industry doesn't need Bitcoin anymore to survive. It's nice to have a digital asset like Bitcoin that has that reputation and its digital gold. But remember, at the end of the day, it's a token with a deflationary monetary policy. And so at any given moment, another digital gold can form. And if it has good science behind it, it'll be just as secure, if not more so. That's why we spent in a science-based approach with Cardano 7 years designing a proof of stake protocol. From the GKL model to Ouroboros Classic, the Kraus, Genesis, and everything that came afterwards, is that we thought a lot as an ecosystem about how do you build a secure consensus protocol that's energy efficient, but also has all the properties that Bitcoin has. And we were very rigorous with this. And the response to the Bitcoin ecosystem was, oh, it's a scam. It doesn't exist. That technology can't exist. And it's perpetual motion and proof of stake is wrong. Okay. I just don't see how that survives. It's a religion. It's not an ecosystem. So no, we don't necessarily need Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to have to grow and adapt and change if it wants to survive long term. Interesting. Plenty of people with first mover advantage thought they were invincible. Microsoft did with Windows. And what happened is they never lost Windows, but then you changed the paradigm. People stopped caring about the desktop, and now we all have cell phones and tablets, and look at Android and iOS versus Windows, the adoption rates. And in a lot of app developers, Windows last. It used to be that if you weren't on Windows, your business would die. Now no one cares about it anymore. So that's the danger there, is that they don't lose the wallet share and the amount of people that hold it, but they lose the attention, they lose the innovation, and over time the industry grows in a different direction, and you wake up and 98% of the stuff you do is outside of Bitcoin. And you start asking yourself, why do I really care about that? It just becomes another asset, and then the hash rate falls, and it kind of dies a slow heat death in a certain respect. So we tried real hard to convince people to innovate. Like we wrote NEPAs, the non-interactive proofs of proof of work, which actually is a great sidechains primitive for Bitcoin. We developed a protocol for proof of useful work to show how to upgrade and do useful.
Bitcoin is the dial-up internet of the internet age. We got XRP hidden in plain sight, ready for high-speed intergalactic internet. But the internet of value, XRP, anybody? Meanwhile, net zero is the goal. Bitcoin takes up too much energy. Net zero is intentionally agreed upon goal for mitigating global warming in the second half of the century. The IPCC concluded that the need for net zero CO2 by 2050 remains consistent with the 1.5C. I wanted to take a look at the charts here and take a look at the halving dates, see what we can see in the past and see what's to come in the future. We got the total cryptocurrency market cap here, excluding BTC. And if we take a look at the previous halving dates here, we got July of 2016 and we got May of 2020. And then we got the next one coming up April of 2024. If we go back here to the previous one back in July of 2016, we can see here that the total market cap, excluding BTC, had a rally right around the same time as that halving date. As you can see here, we had a nice pump leading up to the halving day here, and then we did fall down about 52% before going into this massive pump here of about 130,000% for the total market cap here. And if we go to the most recent halving date, was around May 11th, 2020. You can see leading up to the halving date, we had a massive crash here of around 64%. This was during the COVID days, and you can see what happened right after that, May 2020. Massive rally, massive bull run of around 4,000 to 5,000% for the total market cap. And now we got the next one coming up around April of 2024. And what's interesting about that one is just a month before our previous halving date, which was May 2020. So we'll take the previous cycle from the top here to the top of the cycle here. And we'll line this up with our current cycle here from the top. Pretty interesting here as we have different valleys and different peaks, but a similar trajectory, similar path here. And you know what they say, oftentimes history doesn't repeat, but oftentimes it does rhyme. And as you can see, as we bring this one in and out, the similar path that the previous cycle was following our current cycle. And if we go to our current position, you can see how closely our current cycle was following the previous BTC halving cycle. And if the total market cap, excluding BTC, continues to rhyme with the BTC halving cycles, we can look for this thing to top off around the new year, going to the end of December, beginning of January for the total market caps, leading up to the BTC halving cycle. In the previous cycles, we dropped around 50 to 60%. If we possibly tap back up here to around $1 trillion market cap, look out for a 50% correction to around 500 billion. And if we go back to the previous one, which is May of 2020, a month after our current one, you can see this thing topped off around February of 2020. And if we follow that same trajectory, then our current one should be topping off around the end of December, going into the first week of January 2024. Then look out for a correction around 40 to 50%. And then leading up to the next halving date, once again, should mark the continuation of another bull cycle. Usually the cycles last from anywhere from 1.5 years to 2 years. So look out for this thing to top off around September, October, possibly August of 2025. The previous cycle, we did around 4,500% to around 2.2 trillion. I think we should be able to do at least 1,000%. That would push us up to around $5.5 trillion market cap. If we take a look at the Bitcoin chart here and go back to our previous halving date, the first one here in 2012, we can see here right before the halving date, we had a correction of around 48%. And then what followed was a massive bull run. Then we had the July 2016 one, as you can see here around the time of the halving date. We did have a pump here and then it dropped back down around 40%. And then same thing right after that, continuation into a massive bull run. And then we had the most recent one here of May of 2020. Same thing here leading up to the halving date. We had about a 63% correction. And then shortly after the halving date, you can see things begin to pick up once again into another bull cycle, double top here. And now we got the new one coming up in April of 2024. If this thing continues to follow the BTC halving cycle, look out for something similar to this once again. Top off going into the new year, possible correction. And then what's to follow as it did in the previous cycle is another massive bull run, another massive bull market. Once again, they got the April 2024 halving date coming up right around the corner, projected around April 19th. We got the bearable bull. Says anyone who remembers what happened in 2017 remembers how special XRP's bull run was. I've been hearing a lot of rumors that the crypto is likely to repeat the 2017 cycle. If the current crypto market cap is repeating the 2017 cycle, then XRP Army will be in for a lot more than they were prepared for. If you know, you know. We got crypto's first sign of weakness here for XRP, rejecting so far at the cup and handle resistant level. We'll wait to see how the TA develops throughout the rest of the day. XRP. We got Egg Crypto, XRP Army. I am now a riddler. Joe Cat says bingo after me posting the bingo chart by 120 minutes. This means we're going to $120. Bingo. And we got L Crypto, biggest alt season after 2017 is loading. Biggest gains are still to come. The last time there was an opportunity like this was 6 to 7 years ago. Don't miss the 2024. Such an opportunity may never come again. And taking a look at the XRP chart here, as you can see in the previous cycles, 70,000% gains. And those investors had about 700 plus days to load up on XRP beneath a penny before embarking on a 70,000% gain journey. Currently, we've been below $1 for over 896 days before tapping up here $2 April of 2021. We've had more than 900 days to load up on XRP beneath $1. XRP setting up for that next 2017 face melting pump. And we could take this thing as far back as here. You've had well over 2,000 days to load up on XRP. It still hasn't reached a new all-time high. And you know what they say, the bigger the base, the higher in space. And what a massive opportunity you would have had loading up on XRP during this time, as low as 0.005. If we plug that into our calculator, let's say you got in right before that at 0.006. And let's say you threw in $1,000 at that time. And let's say you cashed out at the top at around $3 for XRP. You would have been looking at return on your investment at around $500,000, $1,000 investment at 0.006, right around here at the bottom, or you can been buying up this whole entire time here. $006,000, sell price at $3. You're looking at a total exit amount of around 500K. XRP in theory over the next few weeks, we should see XRP rally to at least $1.31 before a potential macro ABC correction. And we got blockchain backer in 2020 is right about where we were at right now. In this setup, XRP shot up 180%, Bitcoin up, altcoin markets up. This is where it happened. Let's see how this week unfolds here. We got CoinsKid, XRP on the daily. And we got Dark Defender. The ones who held XRP will not see $1 until 2025. Will go out of existence very soon. Meanwhile, XRP touched 70 cents yesterday. With that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies, taking a look at this cryptocurrency market cap history of the BTC halving cycles, we can see these last scare crashes before these massive bull runs come into play. Will history repeat? Will they try to scare us out once again with one last crash before heading into that BTC halving cycle date right around April of 2024? If history is to repeat similarly to the previous halving cycles, then once again, look for the markets to top off at around January of 2024, around a 40 to 50% correction, and then look out for April 2024, leading up into the next bull run, bull market cycle. Let me know what you think down below. Once again, 2017's biggest crypto assets ranked by performance. XRP took it home, 36,000% gained, and over the total 2017-2018 pump, 70,000% gains. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want those bags back. Where will you be? Where will those bags be when XRP's true price is finally revealed and that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open? Later, glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likeys for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. Catch you up here, top floor, for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. Peace out, crypto ghosts. Later, glitches.
It's a bull run. Get your bags up. In your rocket ships, we gon' blast up. It's a bull run. I got my bag stuffed. We gon' take the cup. Tick tock, your time's up. It's a bull run. Get your bags up. In your rocket ships, we gon' blast up. Big bags. It's a bull run. I got my bag stuffed. We gon' take the cup. Tick tock, your time's up. All them bags